continent-wide geographical footprint, the Big 12 has been really shrewd in positioning and maneuvering for survival, and they look for opportunities to win on the field like they'll have today.
Yeah, and the Big Ten's kind of taking what the Big Ten wants and expanding and not really worried about anybody else. So if I'm the Big 12, I'm like, yeah, you ain't worried about me, but you're going to worry about me today and on the field, and I can make a statement and prove to some of the true blue bloods in the Big Ten.
I just love the stylistic matchup in this one too, right? You think about the Big Ten running the football, defense, physical, and then Big 12, wide open, up-tempo, air raid offense. This one's going to be fun.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Looking to throw, it's Jordan. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
They'll go back to work after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 36. He's looking to throw. Using the quick game. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down.
And that's just a great individual effort by the wide receiver. He catches this ball way short of the sticks, but because he's able to make the defender miss, now he's able to get the extra yards and turn that into an explosive play.
The Rebels have their offense in high gear. On the run, it's Coffee. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. And the Rebels want to crank the tempo.
You got to feel good for this kid, too. He worked so hard this past offseason to put himself in position to be the starting running back, and he's got a lot of skill, guys. He's got speed, open field running ability. I think he's going to be a big part of the offense this season.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Rucci. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
The 7th play of this opening drive, they'll need to move the chains on 3rd and short. Looking to throw, it's Jordan. He finds his man. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Rebels! They're on the board first here in the season opener.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown, everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. From the gun to give, looking for room. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Dialing up a second down pass play. Got his man quickly. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. He'll try to pick it up on the ground. It'll be a first down as he gets it to the 24-yard line. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
Well, we knew coming into this game that field position was going to be massive. They had their backs against the wall in their own opening drive, but a really nice job there on the run, third down, getting some breathing room, moving the sticks.
And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Now on second down. Give to the running back. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Takes the handoff. It's Young. Creates a little space. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
So that big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They're going to ride this running back. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Run in the red zone, it's Young. And a short gain on this run, and that will bring us to the end of the first.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Ole Miss 7, Notre Dame 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Irish. Now that's the way to bail out the rest of the team. Start with bad field position, put together a drive anyway.
And very confident. You could see the quarterback just had a bit of a swagger, Reese. He was like, look, all right, we're starting deep in our own end. Special teams didn't help us out, but we can fix that right now, fellas. And they went out and looked so good on that last drive.
And he makes the extra point. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
And he fired a bullet in, but it's incomplete.
Brings up second down.
This offense has a second down play. They'll try the right side. Can't get him to the ground. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
This running back just doesn't go down easily. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him and just, you know what, let his talent do the rest.
Third and short now from their own 48. To the air, it's Jordan. And that third down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete. The Rebels headed quickly to the line. Quarterback checking off. They're throwing for it on fourth down. And that pass picked off. Trying to take it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Quick pass on the jet motion. And he breaks into the open. The tag. Into the house. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. Nebraska is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Tom Osborne, this has not been a blowout today in Lincoln. They're up by 7 over Tennessee. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job on the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Dropping back, it's Jordan. Throws for the tight end. What a snag by the defense. Takes it the other way. He looked as if he...
Intercepted.
Had it all the way, and this junior makes a play.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Notre Dame.
Looking for a productive play on first down. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, dude.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. The option look. And that'll be enough to give Notre Dame a first down. Looking to push the pace with the no huddle. On the option. Now the pitch. Bulls his way forward. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. He'll need to strike this one cleanly from 48 yards out. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important, down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you know, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. And the Rebels are in the hurry-up. He wants to throw. They're bringing heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. We'll see if they can dig one up that goes forward this time on second down from the 18. Trying to escape and get it himself. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. Quarterback checking the play. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He rifles one deep down the right side. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play-calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David, and you've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your playbook and it's worked so well in the first half, I'm going to continue to do what I've been doing, Palmer, because it's been all gas.
Oh, that's right. Strike while the iron's hot, too. Before this defense gets to going at halftime, it potentially make some adjustments, show you some different looks in the second half. Whatever you've been doing, it's working. Keep it up.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
Takes a snap, wants to throw. And that one's way too far for everybody. On second down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. Oh, the attempt is no good. Lead is still at double digits, but missed a chance to make it bigger.
That's just the chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
One more play before the teams head to the locker room. He'll come out throwing on first down. He slings it deep to the left. It's complete. A huge pickup. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Kickoff and kickoff return teams on the field, and we're just about ready to go in the second half. lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or game tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
Runs through the tackle. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You see, this is what great defenses do. Great defenses swarm to the football. So when you do miss a tackle, it's not the end of the world. There's another guy right there to wrap him up. Great defenses seem like they got 12 guys on the field. Nice job swarming to the football, engulfing the running back.
They'll try to get the first through the air. And that's a mistake you don't expect to see from a senior, and he is lucky to get it back.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Notre Dame.
Couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. They want to run this quarterback, and he gets it out past the sticks, and Notre Dame will have a first down.
You know, college football is so much about emotion and momentum and trying to find parts of games where you can grab it. How about going for it on 4th down on your own end of the field early like that and coming away with the first? That's huge.
Shakes off the defender. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
Well, they get another big run for a first down, and if you're on offense, you love the way your offensive line is blocking early in this game. They're getting tremendous movement, and they're making life pretty easy for these running backs right now.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Smith. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. He's starting to get in touch with his inner Joe Montana as the Irish are moving the ball up top.
And I think that's always the question with the Irish every year is who's going to play quarterback. We know their brand and we know who they are, but are they going to get ballers at that position? Are they going to get a great Ian Book, a great Brady Quinn? That's the next step, and if they find that guy, Notre Dame can do everything they want to do and be great in college football.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. The give to the back. And a really nice run and pickup there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
And that's another productive run. This offense has had a bunch of them today, and the running back, I think this lead was built on this guy. He's done a great job all game long setting the tone, and I think that's why this offense has been successful.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And a lot of times the defense is focused in the middle, right? Bring more big bodies in the red zone. Don't let them run the football. Offense tries to do the opposite. Get outside. Get their speedster the football. Had a little bit of success, but nice job by this defense.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Barrels ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And he finds the end zone. I tell you what, man, this guy's going to be a force. You look at this offense, they find different ways to get him the football, different ways to use him. 3 times now he's entered the end zone, and not even 2 full games yet. This dude's a playmaker.
PAT unit on the field. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. 75 yards on the touchdown drive, and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. He's right on target. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure.
He's going for a big play downfield. He caught it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Down here for the offense. Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Notre Dame 24, Ole Miss 14.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He wants to throw it. Fires to the right. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. You got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Couldn't get anything done on 1st down. Now 2nd and 10 from the 46. Off the play fake. Fires left. It's caught. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
And I love working the slot receivers. And you see so much of that. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot, maybe get him matched up on a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys in those matchups. Favorable for the offense for sure.
Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on 1st down. Back to throw, it's Jordan. Fires to the right. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few 1st downs together, we're looking really good.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a 1st down.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. He'll ride his man on the option. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And I think everybody wants to run the option nowadays, but the problem is, can everybody read it? You got to be able to stick the ball in the belly to run it back, and you have to be able to understand, or I'm pitching it to him. Whatever the read is, you can tell he was a little bit confused, a little bit slow, and that's why the defense won this round.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Notre Dame right back to the line. On the move, it's Young. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves to change for the 1st down.
And And they've had a day, and it's the complete and total offense. They got the ground going, and obviously this is why you see him. You're going to feature him because he can churn those legs, get those extra yards, but they've had balance, throwing for touchdowns. Like, this offense has been very complete today, and that's why they're winning so big.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. They'll ride the hot hand. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't Ole blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Calls his own number. Past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, as a defense, your eyeballs get so big when that QB takes off and runs. And what great effort by the quarterback to lay out, but the defense does a great job getting to him, getting him on the ground, stopping him short.
They'll run it. It's Young. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Two-point conversion attempt is on the way. They'll run it. He gets into the end zone for the 2, and that is big. It's now a 3-possession game. A 67-yard touchdown drive there. And the score came on an impressive run from the 20.
Number 6, set to advance on the football.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Well, you don't see this very often. So much for fighting until the bitter end as they'll take the unvictory formation. That first down was rather unproductive. Let's see what they've got on second down from the 16. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got